Hello there, my name is Eric Njiru. I'm a news reporter and a radio presenter, and I work at Homeboyz Radio, which is under Radio Africa Group. Oh yeah, of course, I've been knocking many doors since I started doing this, presenting football on radio, which is a special career right now. I mean, there are not so many people who just present football alone. So, and what they do on SuperSport, that is Premier League TV on Fan Zone, it's like what we do here in Kenya. So we share a few ideas here and there. So I found myself there. I think they approached me and I was ready to start being one of the contributors. And I think it's been good since then. I think it's now more than 2 years. So what I do, I just contribute to daily Premier League news, fixtures, matches, injuries here and there, and fun, obviously. Yeah, the high school I attended was Karaba High School in Embu County, in Beira South District, which was an amazing school, I can say. Ooh, experience obviously not good, not so good. Like I don't remember there is anyone who like enjoyed being in school so much. There obviously a few moments here and there. Obviously, like going to games, like doing the subjects that you liked. If I was to go back to school, to high school, I would change so many things. But I don't know why people have to read all the way up to 10 p.m. You should do preps for just 1.5 hours or 2 hours per yake. You go sleep at 9. And the other thing is, what I will change, I think, the way obviously our teachers do teach, it's not like they're so bad, but I feel there's a way they can do better. Obviously, even as guy students, I think we can try to relax rules here and there. But mostly what I would change, I think, is having students concentrate so much on science subjects and maths, because they're the key things in life. The kind of a student I was in high school, I think I was one of those people who are really making noise. Like they're giving teachers the hardest time when it comes to obviously noise. Not more than noise, like noise is a normal thing. That's why I found myself in media and talking football every day. Most people don't like me on Twitter because of what I do. I make noise everywhere. So I can say, like all the student yani, like I was making noise here and there, everywhere, disturbing people. I was just a jovial student, and obviously wherever I was, people were laughing and enjoying. Ooh, the subject that gave me the biggest challenge, I think, was chemistry. I don't know why, and we had really good teachers. I think he used to be called Mr. Mutisia, and then there was teacher Jamlik, Gakuo. I think, yes, he used to teach chemistry. I don't know why, but me, I never enjoyed that subject. And I can say the subjects I enjoyed much were, obviously, maths. I enjoyed maths. I think Gakuo used to, Mr. Gakuo, Mr. Jamlik, teacher Jamlik used to be the maths teacher. And I think English, languages, and Swahili. And I used to like biology so much. We had a really fantastic teacher. She was called, I think, Mrs. Ndei. I think, yes, Mrs. Ndei. And I think I'd said English. Yeah. She was our class teacher. She was called, I think, Miss Waititu. And she was one of the best teachers. And finally, the best other was, I think, Mrs. Minor. She used to teach business studies. She was really amazing. I hope to meet her one day, and actually soon. Yes. Me, I never got suspended in school. I was a good student, 24/7. Although I used to make noise, but making noise doesn't warrant you getting suspended. So I was in school every time. I used to make noise here and there. I used to enjoy study, but I used to know where to be at the right time and obviously the right place. And when we had things like strikes here and there, I was never on the front line, so you could never catch me. Ooh, the naughtiest thing I found myself in while in school, I don't know. I think I went to school games and I was not part of the list. I geared the school bus and I found myself in the other school and was not part of the guys who were playing. And obviously I got myself in hot soup because teachers were like, how did you get here? Why did you come to the games? You don't even play, you're not doing anything. And I had to become like the top fan. They told me for me to be here now, you have to cheer the teams like the entire day. Now you're not even going to sit with them. I think I never even understood how I found myself there by then. My experience was obviously good. My experience after clearing Form 4 was actually good. We were all looking forward to finishing high school. Obviously, after 4 years of spending time in school, you want to go home. You're done with school, like the hardest part of school, like, as far as rules are concerned. So we were happy to go home, like to go for the Leavers Party or Leavers Bash after KCSE in Kenya. And I think we had really fantastic December. Obviously, everyone waiting for the results here and there, and knowing you're not going back to school in January. So we were really happy when we cleared high school. My dream job was obviously becoming a journalist, and I think I followed that. I wanted to study one thing, and that's what I went to do. I have never thought about anything else. People, obviously, there was an issue with my family, obviously, of going to either this school or the other school as far as the course is concerned. But by the end of the day, I did the course, and I think that's living the dream now. I knew I wanted to become a journalist or a media personality or radio presenter right from school, because I was obviously in these clubs, like journalism club. We were the first class to publish a school magazine, and I was the editor. Like I oversaw the entire process when we were in Form 4. Obviously, my colleague here was ahead of me, but they didn't do that in their year. So I spearheaded that project. And that's when I realized that, yeah, I can actually do this thing. I enjoy doing it. When others were reading me, I was writing the school magazine. So I enjoyed doing it. Like, I didn't feel like I'm being forced to do something. And now that was easy for me to choose courses that I had to go and do it. Yeah, that's what I did in uni. When I went to multimedia uni in Rongai, I started journalism, and then I went to finish at Moi Uni in Nairobi town. And yes, I have never changed, and I think I plan to study something related like that when I do my master's. Me, I knew the campuses that I wanted to go. Like, obviously, I had a number of them to choose. Like, there was an option of going to multimedia university. There was an option of going to Darasa Uni. There was an option of going to USIU. There was also an option, I think, of going to JKUAT Karen, but after I compared things, school fees, location, and obviously the courses, I think multimedia was the best because of where I used to stay. And going to multimedia was like 10 minutes, which was like 20 shillings matatu. And if you compare all those schools, Darasa, USIU, multimedia I think is top. Like, the equipment, the training, the lecturers who are there, and it's a government school, so it was easy to settle on that university. Yeah, now I'm done with campus, I'm outside here. How I landed my first job was when I cleared multimedia. Not even cleared, when we were going for the attachment for the internship, I really struggled to get an internship. So I went to KNA, the Kenya News Agency, and they sent me to Embu. So when I was in Embu, I did only 3 weeks, and I was like, I'm not satisfied with what I'm getting here. So I came back to Nairobi. When I came back to Nairobi, I went to Kibera. Kibera, there's a radio station called Pamoja FM, which was started, I think, in 2007 after the post-election violence in partnership with the BBC. So I worked there for like 1 year, or I did the internship there for like 1 year, which is like my first place. It's a community radio station, so it gives you a chance to be able now to go directly to the people, to get the news in real time, and go back to the station to be able to package the news well and take it on air. While I was there, that's when I met news editor from Homeboyz Radio, and I was like, I'd like to come and work for you. This is what I do, and this. And she was like, check my email, we can talk after this. So I sent her projects and my work and everything, and then that's how it started. Basically, I started sending her stories, and after a few months here and there, I became a news correspondent, and then I became a full-time news reporter. Then after becoming a full-time news reporter, now I started presenting on the football show, which runs on Saturday from 12:15 p.m. to 4 p.m. And when I progressed now presenting the show, I figured that now our careers are changing. We are no longer doing the traditional news. Like, there are people who do obviously news, like they're news reporters, and there are people who do presentation. Like, so now me, I'm so much into presenting shows, which I think it's much better right now than like news reporting, although I'm still doing both. Right now I present on radio, like I present a football show. What I do right now is I present a football show every weekend, a live game where we react to the weekly Premier League news, action, rumors, transfers, injury news, everything. So I have to plan my show the entire week and go do with my colleagues over the weekend. From there, during the week, like Monday to Friday, now I go to the field to collect news. I go, like, let's say to Kasarani or Nyayo Stadium where people are playing, or go to schools and collect news, do news, and obviously they'll run on the station every hour. How much I earn, obviously that's hard to say, but it depends with how you negotiate your contract and what you do and how the stations do pay. You know, there are some stations who pay really well, there are some stations that don't pay that well, so it depends on who you are, what you do, how much the station earns from your show, and the influence you have on the station, and what you sell, obviously, because it's about selling. Like, is your show selling, is your show making money? So I think if you, and your experience, if you calculate all that now and what you want according to your life, if you calculate all that, I think you can approximate how much someone earns. I don't want to say because taki kiarewa nikujia. How this happens, getting the Premier League kits, boots, balls to these kids in Nairobi. I usually receive football boots, kits and stuff from Arsenal's Mesut Ozil and some other players through, obviously, the power of social media. Like, how this story started was this kid was looking after the cows, and then I took a photo of him, then tweeted it, got a couple of retweets, just like 10,000, more than 10K retweets, and the player saw the tweet and he got back to me via Twitter, and that was our start of a beautiful story. Now, what I would like to say is that this shows that as a media personality, you have to use social media in the right way. Like, you know, when you tweet something right now, anyone in the world can see it. So when you have these tools, don't just use them to post your naked photos and stuff. Make sure you're using it to benefit yourself, to network, to get to know people. I mean, that's how the whole story now goes. When he sends the kids, I take them to the kids, I take some photos, and then he sees them. And it's the power of trust. He has to trust you, and obviously you have to be a good person. Usikule, when someone sends you something, you have to take it to the owner, and then obviously you're going to be blessed. Well, I take myself out, apart from sitting on my job, I have to take myself out to look for opportunities. Remember, you have to grow, you have to change the world. Right now, everyone is doing everything. You cannot just sit there and say, I am going to do news. So I send myself every day. I try to knock the doors, get the opportunities. Like you said, when I went to Shams Media, I was looking for partnership to partner to produce one of my shows. There's a show I do online called The Drive with Eric, where I talk to sports personalities around the country. And I think we're still talking, myself and Alex Chamori, we're still talking to reach an agreement on how we can produce the project. And I think that's going on well. So what I do is that you have to think, how different are you? What can you do? Unlike Kitambo, where people used to sit and wait to be employed and do stuff, now you have to create for yourself. You have to make projects. Like now, a camera like this, now I plan to buy it myself so that I can produce my own content. Then I go out there and sell it. Let's say even to TV stations. When I go to NTV, KTN or CNN, I can be able to sell my project. So it shows you where we are right now as far as the world of journalism is concerned. Everyone can shoot, they can produce, they can share on social media. So you have to be different. And now, like, some of us are, let's say, we have the advantage of being on the radio. We have a platform that we can use. We have now to be at least really good, more than everyone else. And it's encouraging people to go out there, create your own content, go and try to talk to people who have made it already, or who have a platform, or who can help. It's not always about money. You can start something and then you're going to earn after that from it. You have to invest into something for you to get paid. So that's what I do right now. My advice to high schoolers first would be, you have to pass your exams right now. You know, where we are right now, your first degree means almost nothing. So it means that you have to have it first. Like, you have to pass your high school exams first. and then you can think about something else. Second thing is, when you are preparing about your exams, you have to have a clear mind of what you want to become in life. You can't be finishing high school, then you're like, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do in uni. You have to have a plan, like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a journalist, I want to be a policeman, I want to be a lawyer. You have to know what you want. When you know what you want, it prepares you well, obviously, to even pass your exams, because some subjects, some courses require to have, let's say, some points, let's say in maths, in chemistry, others in English. There's a friend of mine who wanted to become a journalist, but he couldn't do it because he had lower points in English. So you have to start preparing yourself early enough from, let's say, high school. Know what you want, know who you want to hang out with, and obviously talk to people in the industries. They can open your mind, because like us now, when we were in school, there are some courses that you never knew they existed in uni. When you went to uni, you were like, oh, there's a course like that. And obviously getting to know other unis, let's say like outside the country, to the UK, States, to Greece, to New Zealand, because there are opportunities everywhere. So when you're in school, think about obviously first passing your exams, gather A or pass the exams obviously, and then know what you want to do, and open up your mind to opportunities, to ideas, and to meeting people who can change your mind positively. Yeah, of course, I'm a football presenter, and this is also, let's say, like one of the new careers we have in Kenya right now. And like long ago, where people were just concentrating on journalism, some of us are now going to the office to talk football and nothing else. Our contracts say that we present football here and there in the studio, in the station. So it's also an encouragement to the student out there who like football and other sports. You can chase your dream, you can chase your passion. My passion has ever been doing football and sports, and that's what I do right now. So love your team, keep watching football, and obviously chase the paper. We're playing Tottenham on Thursday evening at 11 p.m. and we're going to win that game. We're going to beat Tottenham, I think, 3-1. Yeah, because we're the best team. Got Mane, Salah, Firmino. Let's go! Thank you for the interview. I'm looking forward to the next one.